All right, so let's see if the audio is okay. Yeah, the audio is fine. The video quality is on point as well. That means that we are ready to start this session. How are y'all doing? Welcome to this live session. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're having a good week so far. We're halfway there. It's Wednesday, and I'm really curious to see what you guys have been up to lately. So before we get into the watch list analysis, feel free to let me know down below in the live chat a few words about yourself. Basically, what you've been up to lately, how this week has treated you so far, also how you spent the weekends. I'm also curious about that. So yeah, and in around 1 or 2 minutes we'll start. Okay, we're gonna do a watch list analysis. Basically, we're gonna go over the pairs that we trade, and afterwards I'm gonna do a crypto market update, and lastly we will end the session with a Q&A. Hey brother, hey Blooms, welcome to the session. How are you? Everything good? Like I said, feel free to let me know in the live chat a few words about yourself, what you've been up to lately, how this week has been for you. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. And before we start, I'm actually check the Forex Factory website as well. Okay, so we do have some news today. We do have some news tomorrow, and then on Friday we have the NFP. So on Friday we will most likely not trade because of the NFP. And before I start, as I always mention throughout the session, if there's any questions regarding the analysis or anything else, feel free to drop them in the live chat. Every 1 or 2 minutes, I am checking the live chat out. And if you guys have any questions, I will make sure to check them out and reply. All right? And yeah, once again, feel free to let me know what you guys have been up to lately. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, I think we can start with the watch list analysis. As always, I'm gonna firstly go over the blue pairs, which are the current active setups, and afterwards I'm gonna go over the green pairs as well, which are the potential upcoming setups. All right. So starting off with the blue pairs, we're gonna start off with gold, where this buy limit setup triggered. Currently running at some small profits. It smashed TP1 yesterday. As we can see right here, it had a very beautiful reaction to the zone, very beautiful initial reaction to the zone. After that, it reversed, went pretty close to the stop loss, reversed back into profit, reversed back into drawdown, and then now it's currently running in some small profits. Of course, some people went out at TP1, some might be still in the trade. For now, we just need to wait and see how it will fully unfold. The reason I took this setup though is pretty simple. I know that gold overall has been bullish, and right here we have a continuation of that. We have this impulsive bullish leg right here that broke structure here and left imbalance behind. We can see I was able to identify this fair value gap that was lining up perfectly with the point of interest, and if we go on the 1 hour, we can see that it had a very beautiful reaction to that fair value gap when it smashed TP1. Okay, and lastly, the pullback, we can all agree that the pullback was also very nice and corrective, because that's our final confirmation. Our final confirmation is to wait for a corrective pullback, which in this case we have. Okay, this right here is very corrective, tapped in, smashed TP1, and yeah, now we just need to wait. Euro NZD triggered this morning, running in some profits as we speak towards TP1. The reason I took this setup is because I saw a overall downtrend, and right here I saw a continuation of that downtrend with this impulsive bearish leg that took price lower and left imbalance behind. I was also able to identify this fair value gap that is lining up with the premium area of this bearish range. And lastly, we also have a corrective pullback. So all the confluences are in place, hence why I then took this setup, triggered this morning, running in some profits as we speak. And all we need to do now is wait. Odd NZD with a buy limit setup running in some profits as we speak. It triggered midnight, and the reason I took this setup is because I saw a bullish shift in momentum. What do I mean by that? I saw this fake out to the downside, all right, that swept liquidity right here, followed by this impulsive bullish leg that broke structure to the upside right here very aggressively, as we can all see. After that, I was able to identify this fair value gap lining up with the point of interest. And lastly, the pullback has also been a pretty corrective one. Hence why I took this setup. Now it triggered, and all we need to do is wait and see how it will fully unfold. Now that we went over the blue pairs, we're gonna go over the green pairs, which are the potential upcoming setups. All right, so let's see what we have here. Euro AUD is looking bullish. We have this textbook break towards the upside, very aggressive looking. Okay, we can see that imbalance was left behind. We have this fair value gap lining up perfectly with the point of interest. And now we need to wait for our final confirmation, which is a corrective pullback towards our area of interest. Because we all know that if we don't get a corrective pullback, I will disconsider the potential upcoming setup. Okay, AUD USD is looking bearish. We have this aggressive move towards the downside caused by this bearish leg. We have this fair value gap lining up perfectly with the point of interest. And now, once again, we need to wait for the final confirmation, which is a corrective pullback towards our area of interest. AUD CAD is looking pretty similar to AUD USD. Okay, once again, aggressive break towards the downside, fair value gap lining up with the point of interest, and now the pullback has started, but we need to wait for a corrective one. Okay, so what we would like to see from here is something like this. Okay, this looks like a corrective pullback, boom, triggers, and then boom, profit. This would be the ideal scenario. All right. Next up, we have AUD CHF. That is looking very good. Okay, right here we have a bearish shift in momentum. We have a liquidity sweep followed by a very impulsive move towards the downside. Multiple levels were broken. Okay, we broke this low as well as this one right here with this impulsive bearish leg, which is great because breaking multiple levels gives us a added confidence. All right. We also have this fair value gap lining up with the point of interest, and now all we need to wait for is a corrective pullback. Basically, our final confirmation. If we get a corrective pullback as well, then we will definitely take this setup. Okay, it's a very promising one. GBP AUD is looking bullish. Okay, we have this impulsive leg towards the upside that once again broke multiple levels of structure. We broke this high here as well as this one, which is great. We also have this fair value gap lining up perfectly with the point of interest, and now we need to wait and see how the pullback will look like. Okay, because we want to get a corrective pullback. If the pullback will be aggressive, we will disconsider this setup. But for now, we just need to wait and see if we manage to get that final confirmation. All right. Right here, CHF JPY gave us a bearish shift in momentum. We have this fake out to the upside that swept liquidity, followed by the true intentions of the market, followed by this aggressive break towards the downside. We can all see that imbalance was left behind. We have this unmitigated supply lining up perfectly with the point of interest, and it is safe to say that so far the pullback is looking very corrective. The bearish pressure seems to still be on, which is good. However, if we close below this area, then this setup might become invalid. For now though, we will keep an eye on it and see if we manage to get a corrective pullback towards our area of interest. JPY is looking bearish as well. Another bearish shift in momentum. I really like the break of structure here. Okay, the break of structure here is very aggressive, which is great. We can all agree that this bearish leg right here is very aggressive. Liquidity was swept beforehand as well right here, which is a great added confluence. We also have a fair value gap lining up with the point of interest, and now we need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our area of interest, basically for our final confirmation. GBP JPY looking pretty similar to OJPY. Okay, once again, a impulsive bearish leg, a fair value gap lining up with the point of interest. Liquidity was swept beforehand as well right here with this fake out to the upside, and now we just need to wait for the final confirmation. Okay, same as on OJPY. KJPY is also looking very similar. Okay, once again, aggressive move. Liquidity was swept beforehand as well. We have a fair value gap lining up perfectly with the point of interest, and all we need to wait for now is a corrective pullback. And lastly, we have Euro JPY, which also looks bearish. Okay, once again, bearish leg, impulsive one, because imbalance was left behind, and that's exactly what we want. All right, because if there's no imbalance, then there's no potential setup. It is very important. All right. We have this fair value gap lining up with the point of interest. Liquidity was swept beforehand as well with this fake out towards the upside. And now, once again, we need to wait for our final confirmation, which is a corrective pullback towards our area of interest. Literally something like this. Okay, this would be the ideal scenario. And yeah, this pretty much concludes our watch list analysis. Let me know if everything was clear. Let me know if everything was clear regarding the watch list analysis, or if there's any questions, any unclarities that you might have on it. Please feel free to let me know down below in the live chat. And in the meantime, I'm open the Bitcoin chart, and we'll do a crypto market update on the Bitcoin chart. Okay, because we always do these every single Wednesday. Okay, we can see that the bearish scenario is kind of playing out, the one that we pictured last week. So yeah, let's see what we have here. But like I said, feel free to let me know if everything was clear regarding the watch list analysis, and if there's any questions on it. Okay, and for the new people that joined this session, just so you know, this crypto market update is for fun. I'm not actively trading crypto. I just invest in it long term. And every single week on Wednesday when we have this session, I think it's pretty fun to do a crypto market update on the Bitcoin chart, just to see where things are, basically. That's why I do this crypto market update. Hope it makes sense. Mr. Jones said, great job, Dan. Analysis looks great. Thanks, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. And great. I'm happy to hear that the analysis was on point and that you guys were able to understand everything, because that's my goal. And yeah, happy to hear that. Now, what do we have here? Things look pretty bearish. Okay, it looks like we rejected from 64, and now we are currently heading towards 50K. Okay, because in my opinion, until 50K, I don't really see a support. Of course, this right here, yes, could be considered as a minor support level, this one here, but I don't really think it could hold. It might. We shall see. This right here is a minor support level, so I'm thinking price will head below it, maybe retest it, and then head towards 50K, or head directly towards 50K. Okay, these are the bearish scenarios. If we are bullish though, maybe we could see a rejection from here and head towards 64K. Okay, or maybe we will see price retest 50K and then move aggressively towards 60K. That could also be a scenario. And the last one would be for price to start consolidating around this area, which I don't really think will happen. I don't think we will start a consolidation here. I either think we will continue towards 50K, or we might reject from 50K or this level here and head towards 60K. Okay, but as things stand now, the price looks pretty bearish. All right, that's my opinion. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know what you think of this quick crypto market update. And yeah, I hope it made sense what I mentioned here. Yeah, these are the scenarios in my opinion. Because this right here is a minor support level and I think it will get broken. But yeah, who knows? We'll see. We'll just leave the chart as is, and next week we'll come back to it and see which of these scenarios played out. And yeah, now that the crypto market update is done as well, let me know if everything was clear on that part as well, if there's any questions on it, if you think otherwise. And now I think we can start the Q&A session as well. Okay, so let me actually announce in the groups that we are doing the Q&A now, in case some more people will join. And feel free to drop your questions down below. All right, so I announced that we are starting the Q&A now. And on that note, as I mentioned, feel free to ask me anything you want. It can be regarding the analysis, it can be trading related, it can be regarding psychology, it can also be off topic. Basically, whatever you want, just feel free to ask me in the live chat, and I'll make sure to check it out and give you my answer on it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait for 2 minutes and see what questions you guys will have for me. So yeah, like I said, feel free to ask me anything you guys want for the Q&A. I'm gonna wait for a couple minutes and see if you guys have any questions for me. All right, and we'll go from there. Like I said, questions can be regarding trading, psychology. They can also be off topic. Whatever you guys want, feel free to ask me in the live chat. All right, so I'm gonna wait 1 more minute to see if there's any questions for the Q&A. If not, that's perfectly fine. In the meantime, till we'll do the next session, I always mention that you don't have to wait until the next session. You can just reach out to me privately if you might have any upcoming questions or unclarities. All right. So yeah, and of course, if you joined this session a bit late, feel free to rewatch it in your free time. I would highly recommend that. And yeah, I'm gonna just wait now. 1 more minute, and see if there's any questions for the Q&A. All right, so I see that there's no questions or unclarities, and that means that everything was clear and that we can end this session right here. As always, I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well and found it valuable. I want to thank you for making time to join this session. And till the next one, if you're in the VIP, I would highly recommend you to watch some previous sessions as well. They are very, very helpful, and they will definitely help you. And like I said, till the next one, feel free to reach out to me privately if there's any questions or unclarities. I always do my best to give a fast reply. Okay? And Mr. Jones said, thank you, Dan. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed this session, and thank you for attending it. It was a pleasure. So yeah, until the next time, once again, I will see you all in a bit. And I just want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, and also a beautiful rest and also successful rest of your week. Take care, guys.